Hey guys, welcome back to this channel. If you're new, then welcome to this channel. Well, I'm back with one more interesting Python video. Well, this is all about building Korean age calculator using Python. This is really an interesting exercise, guys, and we are going to have a lot of fun because Korean age is an interesting concept today. So what is Korean age? Like, it is the way the Koreans actually calculate their age in their country. Like, for example, they use some traditional methods to calculate their own age because their actual age is completely different from our actual age. Like, for example, if you go through them, the Korean age in Korea, if we are in Korea, our age will be 1 or 2 years older than our actual age. Like, for example, if your age is 20 years old, then you will be 21 or 22 years old when it comes to Korea, if you live in Korea. So why do they do all these things? Because they believe that the duration of baby is also taken into consideration when it comes to age calculation. So they will consider the baby's age as well, which is up to 9 months. That means they will consider it overall as 1 year. By the time baby born, it will be 1 year. The baby will be 1 year old. But for us, we just take it as 9 months, right? Something like that. So the baby already will be 1 year. And one more interesting thing is, after the baby was born, there's also one more thing that everyone must follow in Korea, which is each and every person must celebrate their birthday on the first day of each year. Like, for example, though your birthday is in December, you have to celebrate your birthday in January 1st. That is what they do when it comes to their culture. So they will add one more year to your age at the beginning of each new year. Like, when each and every new year you are going 1 year older, no matter what day your birthday is. That's why Koreans celebrate their birthday with great joy, exchanging gifts and flowers with each other. You don't feel special that day because, everyone's birthday will be that day. When, like, in Korea. Yeah. But that's true. But at the same time, you can feel more, joyful because everyone's birthday is there at the time, and you can enjoy more because you're going to get more gifts, many things you can do. You can celebrate a lot on that day. So though your birthday is not on January 1st, you have to celebrate according to Koreans culture, and you're going to grow one more year. So when it comes to Korean culture, age is really important. This is the key thing in their lives. So they show gratitude to their ages. But when it comes to, like, when they are applying to any things which are related to international things, like, for example, doing masters in USA or doing something, at the time we are not going to follow their Korean age because that's not our culture. We are going to follow the international age. So when it comes to official work, the international age will be taken into consideration, like our age. Like, we are going to take the birth date of them, and then based on that we are going to calculate their age. We are not going to calculate Koreans' age. That Koreans' age will be limited to their country itself, like to their culture. In Korea, their age will be 24, for example. When it comes to international age, their age might be 23 or 22, something like that. It depends upon their birth date. This is really interesting. So how does Korean age exactly works? Just assume there's a baby which is born in December 31st. And the American age will be 0 years, right? Like, when it comes, like, the baby is just born, you're not going to calculate the age of the baby. So we'll just take 0 years for now. But when it comes to Korea, we will give 1 year to that baby, because they are going to calculate those 9 months as well. So they are going to give an overall period as 1 year. And now the baby was born in December 31st. And now the next day will be January 1st. And according to Korean culture, January 1st is the day where everyone have to celebrate their birthday. So January 1st, age of the baby will be incremented to 1 more year within 1 day. Therefore, the baby's age will be considered 2 years old within 2 days. This is really strange, because how can a baby grow within a day? 2 years old in a couple of days? No, but according to Korea, we have to follow that. If you want to know more about the history of Korean culture, you can find more about it for sure. But this is what actually going to happen. So here we have an example, like how the international age exactly works and how Korean age exactly works. Like when it comes to international age, if you're born in September, like, okay, if your age is 24 years on September 1, 2021, on January 1, you still be 24 years because you're not going to calculate anything, you're not going to follow any Korean culture when it comes to international. So you will still be 24 years. And when you reach September 2022, you will be 25 years. This is the thing that we follow in our, cultures. But when it comes to Korean age, on September 1, you're 25 years. 2021, you're 25 years. On January 1, according to Korean culture, you have to celebrate your birthday. Then you are officially 26 years. And when you reach September 2022, you're not going to calculate, you're not going to celebrate again. Your age will be 26 years. And again on January 1, 2023, your age will be 27 years. Like no matter in which month you born, you are going to celebrate your birthday on January 1 every year, and you're going to increment your age on that day itself. And one more time is the day when you're born. That's it. So this is how the Korean age exactly calculates. So this is really a bit, confusing for you guys, like how they do this. We don't know exactly. It's their culture. They follow it. If you want to know more, you can, just go there and Google yourself and learn something new from there. I hope you guys understand this logic. You just have to calculate the Korean age when they're born and increment it every year on January 1. That's it. That's why they are 1 or 2 years older. So here, if you see, this is the formula that we have to follow to calculate the Korean age. So here we have two ways to calculate Korean age. One is by taking their birth year. You just have to take their birth year, and you're going to get the current year by using Python module called datetime. And you're going to calculate it by removing birth year from the current year, and you're going to just add +1, and you're going to get the Korean age. And here we have one more formula, which is we are going to take the month as well, and from there you are going to calculate. Like when the month doesn't pass, you have to do this. If the month has already been passed, you have to do this, something like that. So let's do this. This is really interesting coding part of the day. Let's begin coding. Just create a file called age.py. You can give your own name. For me, I'm just going to give age.py. And now in order to get the current year, we are going to import datetime module. So just give import datetime. Okay, now let's follow the formula 1. So here we want current year, birth year. So here we want current year, birth year, right? So before that, let us create a method Korean age 1. And inside, we are not going to give anything for now because we don't need anything. This is actually the formula 1. Okay, and inside we want the current year, right? Current date and current year. So you can just give current date. We are going to get that from datetime .date .today. From this, you're going to get the current date, and we want current year as well. You can just give current date .year. Like for example, if you just print current date, you're going to get current date if you call this function Korean age 1. And if you run this one, see, this is the current date. And if you want current year, you can just give current year. And if you run this one, yeah, 2022 is the current year. So this is how the datetime exactly works. And after getting current date and current year, so according to this formula, we have current year, and now we need the birth year of the person, of the user. So we'll take birth date. So here just give getting user's birth date. And just get birth. Just give birth date or month or year. We need birth year. Birth year equal to input. Enter your birth year. This must be small because that's the syntax. And now we will calculate the Korean age. So here just give calculating the Korean's age. So we'll just give Korean age. So here we need the current year minus birth year plus 1. So we have current year minus birth year plus 1. And that's it. And we are going to print the Korean age. Just print Korean age. And now, if you run this one, you are going to get an error. I'm not going to tell what is that, but let's just see what's going to get. So enter your birth year, for example, 2000. See, here we are going to get an error because we cannot do mathematical operations with strings because, input will actually take string by default. So we have to convert it to integer. You can do it either here or here. So you can just give convert it to int. Okay. And then do the mathematical operation. So the current year is actually string. The birth year is also actually string. We don't know. We can just see numbers there, but implicitly they are string. By default, the computer will take them as string. We have to convert them to integer, and then we have to do mathematical operations. So here the current year must be converted to integer. So for that we have int method, and birth year must also be converted to integer. So we have converted this to integer. Now if you run this one, you are going to get the output. So if you give 2000, my age or the user's age will be 23, something like that. Okay, so the user's age is actually 23 according to the Korea. Okay, like if you give the input, for example, 2011, actually it's 12 years old. But according to the international calculator, the actual age is 11 years, but it is showing 12 years because this is the Korean age of the person, according to the Korean culture. So this is what this exactly works. This is how the exactly works, and this is without taking the month. But what if the month has already been passed, or what if the month is not passed yet? At the time, how can we calculate the Korean age? So if you see here we just took the current year and we took the birth year and we just did like this. Just add +1 because the baby actually born the day the born, at the time the age of the baby will be 1 year. So that's what we did. So here, what if the birthday month has not passed? Like what happens if this is like this or this is like this? So at the time the age might get differed. So for that we have this formula. If the month didn't pass, then at the time, if you observe, if the user's birthday is on November, we can add that November one and also the January one. That's what we have to do. If the November has already been passed, then we have to use the January. We have to add that January one as well. Something like that. Let me do this one as well. So just create one more method called Korean age 2. We are going to do the same thing. We are going to get the current date, current year, and we are going to get current month as well. We just have to get current month. Which is current date dot month. From there we can get the current month. Now we have current date, current year, and current month. And now, if you see the current month, and if you run this one, which is 10, which is October, something like that. So this is going to get us the current month. And now what we have to do is we have to calculate by getting the birth date again. So we can just copy this. We don't need exactly the birth date, we just need the birth year and the birth month. That's it. So here we are going to get the birth date or birth year. And now it's time to get the birth month as well. So just give birth month. Just going to get the input from the user. You can just give enter your birth month. Now the user will enter the birth month, and now it's time to calculate the age. So calculating the age, just give age equal to current minus current month. Again, we are doing the same mistake. These things are actually in string. We have to convert it to integers. So just give int here and give int here. And just see what exactly going on. And this is actually current year minus current month. No, this is actually the birth month, birth year. And if you're on this one, enter your birth year 2000, enter your birth month maybe 11. So it is actually calculating 22. Yeah, it is working because it is taking the current year, which is 2022, and it is taking the birth year, which is given by the user, and then it is calculating. What if the birth month didn't pass? Okay, if the birth month didn't pass, then that means the birth month is greater than the current month. That means if that has not exceeded, that's what we are checking. Then we can just give calculate the Korean age equal to age plus 2. That means we have to celebrate 2 times. So we have to add 2 plus 2 to the age, right? Okay, what if it passed already? Then we have to just add 1. Then just give Korean age equal to age plus 1. Alright, here passed, right? Now we are just going to print the Korean age. So the Korean age is Korean age, because here we are taking the string. Just be careful with these operations, guys. Here we are printing the string, so I have converted this integer to string. If not, it is going to throw error on our face. Now if you rerun this one, enter birth year, for example 2002, enter birth month, let us see, 6th, the Korean age is 21. What if the current month, what if the birthday didn't pass? The birthday already passed, okay? What if the birthday didn't pass? We'll ask again. So here 2002, and instead of 6, what if you give 12 December? The Korean age is 22. See, this is how the Korean age is exactly calculated in Korean culture, and I hope you guys understand the concept of this Korean age calculator. And if you have any doubts, feel free to ask us in comment box. We are active in Instagram, Facebook. You guys can just go there and message us so that we can go through the errors that you're working with. I hope you guys understand this Korean age calculator. We just converted these formulas in the form of coding. So here we need current year, birth year. So we got them by using the date time. The birth year, we got them by using the user's input, and we just calculated it. That's what we did. And in the second method, we also considered the month as well, and according to that we calculated. That's the only difference between the Korean age 1 and Korean age 2. These are the only 2 methods that we can follow to calculate the Korean age. And if the birth month has not passed, then we have to follow this formula. If it has already been passed, then we have to follow this one. It's pretty simple, and I hope you guys understand. And let's also see the example. Like, for example, Jack was born in the year 1990, and his Korean age is 2022, and the answer will be 33 years according to the Korean age. Okay? If my real age is 12 years old and my birthday has already passed this year, then I'm 13 years old. If not passed, then the girl will be 14 years old, something like that. So this is how we calculate Korean age. Thanks for watching. If you are this far, then hit that cute little like button and share this video also with your friends, because this is really an interesting video and you are going to learn something new as a Python exercises. See you in the next video.